Pretty, that was good. Get a zoom in a little bit. So I got this loop here. I'm gonna try some manual chopping. Manual chopping is always just been my go-to way to chop stuff up. And yeah, just want to get a little more acquainted with chopping with this. It doesn't quite have... I'm still figuring some stuff out here. Okay. Only way I can think of, you know, stopping long samples is just, since I have this in the choke group, is just to select a muted pad or a blank pad that's in the choke group. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just chilling. Ask me about the drum kit if you want. It's a new drum kit that I made, released it recently. There is a link in the description at the very top if you like the sound. So yeah, let's get to this. And like tap tempo, that's one thing that I really don't see in here. I was trying to look for it, and then I was trying to do this other workaround where I'm using the capture, but that didn't really quite work. I do have an idea though now, actually. So hitting play resets the capture. So this is what I'm gonna do. Actually, I just thought of it. I'm gonna press my loop, and then I'm gonna tap out a pad to help get the rhythm and use the capture. Let's see. Oh, that's not gonna work. Well, I would need to take one out. Let me see. Let me take one out of the choke. Let's see. Go filter setup. Set the choke. So yeah, that should. I think that should work. Okay. Hey, workaround. That's a pretty good workaround. Yeah, this loop is pretty slow. I want to speed this up. I don't want to make a beat that slow. Let's try again. content. It's a good workaround, but it's still too slow for my liking. Yeah, I think that's close enough. Okay. So now I can start chopping. Let's go. So everything's in the choke group. Copy. I'm gonna start from here. And then City was good. Just chopping up a little bit. Yeah. Getting back on the move. How's my sound? I think that sounds a little loud. Check, 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 check. One thing I don't like about this is that should be added is a playhead for when you're chopping samples. You know what I mean? Visually, it's a lot nicer to see that. Just like that visual feedback, but also it's very practical to know where your playhead is at, so you know where to chop, you know, when you're chopping. It's too clean, you hate it? Man, what is with my microphone right now? Check, check. That sounds better. Okay. Please, can I wake up with something? What's too clean, man? Talk about. At the end of the sample? I thought there was more to the sample there. Mic is perfect. You're too perfect sounding. What? This is the Ableton move, man. You've been under a rock. I'm just playing though. I'm new, and that's awesome. That was awesome. Appreciate it. Cool. So you new to coming around on my channel? Are you into using the MPC or what? Okay. Let me throw some drums down real quick. Okay. Shift lock off. Turn full velocity off. Okay, actually I need to do it to the tempo. Good. Set the bar length. Let's go. I'll try 4. Oh, timing's off. Okay, let me do that. Hold on, yeah. Yes, under a rock, sir. PC gamer, no clue on this stuff, but been digging. Are you trying to get into music production? Is that why maybe my channel's popping up or what? But appreciate the good words, man. Do you do gaming stuff on YouTube or like streaming or anything? The timing's a little early. I think I'll just do 2 bars and then duplicate it. Take it easy on myself. Not awesome. Let me mess around with this real quick. Need some more chops. I don't know. Always forgetting something. Whoa. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, getting somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. No clue how I got here. That's funny. I like music. Maybe that's how. Okay, trombone player in high school. Okay, but never gotten into recording. Yeah, that's interesting. Never gotten into recording trombone on Ableton. Junior, top of the morning, still tripping, was good. I was checking out that new Korg 2 keyboard the other night on Delio channel. It was dope. It had lots of cool sounds. Can you link external key to the move? Can you link? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, I have this one. I could set it up maybe. This is a fairly new one too. The Novation launch key. Novation makes stuff that's good. Like I want to see if there's like some even tighter integration, since this thing is built for Ableton pretty much. So maybe there's some added benefit to that. I don't know if I have a cord somewhere. I wasn't planning on plugging one in. Let's see if I have a cord available. I know I do. Just give me a sec. I think this is the cord. I'll plug it in right here. It is. See that? Power. Let's see if it starts right off. I forgot to set the channel. I had to set the channel. Set channel. I don't know. Like, I have set this up a couple times and it worked. And then it didn't. And it did. And I was messing with setting the MIDI channel. But the way it was working was if I just, whatever channel I'm selected on, it'd play. I guess it's not working right now. But it has worked. Keys, channel 1, pads. Everything's on channel 1. Yeah, I'm not sure why. At times it has worked for me, and then other times it hasn't. But I'll figure it out, and maybe I'll talk about it some other time. I'm gonna stick to chopping this sample. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the workflow is nice. That's one thing I like about it. It is really quick to come up with some, you know, like a drum pattern and like a chord progression and stuff. And I like how chord one shot sound in this. Because you can easily add like some reverb to it. And it keeps you at key, so that's one thing I really do like about this, the physical aspect of it. You can jump between tracks real quick, capture. I just like the fact that you have dedicated buttons for a lot of simple stuff, like, you know, if I'm trying to set the bar length, I can do that easily here and just use my knob and stuff. So it's nice, but like it is taking me a minute to get used to some of the things that it doesn't seem to have, that I feel like, I mean, it doesn't have a tap tempo. If you hear at the intro, I was thinking about using capture mode to figure out the tempo, and it didn't work the way that I thought it would. I thought it would read the rhythm of the beat, but it didn't. But I did come up with a kind of quick workaround. Maybe I'll put that into a video or something. I don't know. I have considered sending this back, not because I don't like it or don't think it's cool, but because I really don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, I've got an MPC, I've got other stuff, and sometimes I kind of get out of hand. I would like to hold on to it and see what they add to it. I just don't know if they will, because if they've kind of they just overlook some things that are simple. Like, I'm doing the sample chopping right now, right? And just, I mean, I would like to see that playhead. It's helpful for sample chopping. It's helpful. It's just cool to be able to, it's nice to have that, but just to see the playhead, it's not a nice visual cue. It's helpful for chopping. And then I don't know why I don't have an endpoint right here, why that's omitted. So this is it's a fun piece, but it's definitely not, I don't know. It's hard to see. Like, I can just do so much with my MPC. Like, I can't really edit samples in this. You know, if I want to come up with kits and like build stuff, and I really don't think this is meant for that. It's not like sound designing. It's just like song idea creation. People are throwing around words like sketchbook, you know, sketchpad. That's what it seems to be. But I dig it. Like, on a superficial level, it's a nice size. It's very well built. I mentioned that before. it's built like a tank. A lot of people are saying that, and it is. Like, it's for $400. Like, you don't really see many things like that, like the SP and some of the other stuff at that price doesn't feel as solidly made, you know. Time's a little. Back out itchy. Hesitating. Trying to figure out what key it's in. Let's see, what am I doing now? Go back to find a bass. Oh, that's a lot. Use samples. This is another one of my sample packs. Turn that reverb off. Sure. Turn this down. I think it's locked. The key is locked, right? Sharp, yeah, so it locks for every track. Oh, what happened to that? Huh. Why is that? SmplTrek. So, I mean, the chopping isn't so bad. If you like manual chopping, there is a way of like on the fly chopping. I did want to kind of explore that because I've seen someone do this where, see, another thing is like, if I wasn't happy with these chops, I still haven't figured out how to delete a sample off a pad. It should just be this, like press X and delete a pad, right? Because X deletes. I could delete this whole clip. Guess I can't delete it. I wonder. So let me go into sampling. Okay, that's interesting. So when you go into resampling and you strike a pad, it'll play what you got, your sequence. So say like, let me erase this whole track. So if I go down here and just so this could be a way of, hold on, I'll record this in. Well, no, let me sequence this in. Okay, so that's my sequence now. So this is a way of, should be a way of like possibly auto chopping. Let's see. So what I've seen from doing the resample is as soon as I strike a pad, it's going to play the sequence. So I should be able to chop this sample by striking this pad here. Let's see how that goes. All right, so you see that? Turn this track up. So that would probably be one of the best ways to chop that most people might want to do with this. And what it's still doing though is like when you resample this, when you do that, this is still non-destructive chopping, I believe. I think it is. So if I went like this, see that? I pulled the start point back to this point. I wonder if I can undo that. Can, cool. And that's cool because you can undo parameters. So if like you accidentally bump that, it's back there, right? Look at that. So let me get this back on here. Oh, my drums are back. I don't even know how my drums got back there. I thought I deleted most drums. That's weird. Or did I just do this? That makes no sense to me why those drums are there, because I thought I had deleted those. Okay. Full level for the, I like to put the full levels on this for the chops. Yeah, so I'm starting to get a hang of the chopping on this. Like when I first pulled it out, I was just trying to figure out certain things like deleting pads and like endpoints and all this stuff. Yeah, it's definitely capable. That's not the right key. Chop's a little weird. Table got more cracks than Rice Krispies. Digifex, appreciate it, man. Go grab up my my latest pack if you like the finger drumming. I put together a pack that's built for finger drumming. Let me go ahead and segue that real quick. Bring it up. If you have an MPC, it's especially made for the MPC. Oh, you see it right there in the bottom left hand corner. It is 11 drum kits with multi-sampled hi-hats, boom bap style stuff with a pad layout, just the way that I use, like just like this, like, you know. And these are sounds from it. I've just set it up right here on the Move because it is compatible with the Move. You can go in and grab any sound here. All these sounds. So you get multi-sampled hats, and then there's 9 of these that they're really, the hi-hats are sampled breaks, and then I got folders with multi-samples of those. Let me make sure I get my right one back here. So that's what that is. Check it out. Link at the top of the description. Are the touchpad velocity sensitive? These pads? Yeah, they are. I don't know what I would compare it to. Maybe like SP44 pads. As far as like the size of them, they're about the size of, and about, I think they're about the same velocity sensitivity. But I haven't seen if there's like in the settings, if there's I don't know if there's any pad velocity control, like, you know what I mean, like user customizable control that. So that might not be in there, but as is, they're pretty decent. What's up, Chill? See what time we got. 2:16. Let me see if I do some kind of effects on. Let's see. Per pad. I don't think you can globally pitch the sample down once it's been chopped. That's why I went and I found a tempo that I wanted by transposing first before I copied anything. So I transposed it up, and then when I copy it, that information is copied to the next pad. And you don't see that here because then I ended up resampling it at that copied pitch. So yeah, you could just speed it up, figure out your tempo first, and then that's what I do anyways all the time. So it's not really a problem doing that. The main thing would be, I don't know what else you would want to do globally. If you wanted to do like what I do for the volumes, I've made sure also as well to like, because you can adjust the volume here like this by holding a pad. So I made sure that was at a good level where I can even see the waveform so that I can actually chop it. See that? Because as is, when it comes in, it's kind of small. It's kind of hard to see the waveform. So I did that. And then if you want to globally do all the audio or the whole, these you can just do the track by holding the track button and then turning the volume down. You can do like all of them. Yeah, touch sensitive. Yeah, they're pretty decent. So let me see if I can find the actual key of what this is. Going back, this is what I usually do, like any machine that I have. I started doing this back when I was on the SP, just grabbing a sample, put it in chromatic mode. Turn the reverb down a bit. Hit play, but like go. Good chromatic. Make sure I had C there. Just count. Maybe it's just that. Let's see, C sharp. Oops. Mixolydian sounds pretty good. There's a lot of scales in this. Like if I show you this, you can see this. Like I'll come back. Look at all these scales though. I haven't even heard of a lot of these. The MPC doesn't have this many, I don't believe. Sounded key to y'all. Can you customize your effects parameters? Yeah, there's some. I haven't dug deep into that because I'm really just trying to get the basics down. That's what I've been doing, just chopping, just loading up samples, finding the keys, trying to delete stuff, you know. So I was messing around with it a little bit. Like, so now that we're in this, so you have reverb. So I'm in the reverb. There's like presets, different types. I don't know, like how large. Then you have dry wet, high shelf gain, low shelf gain, stereo image. That's good. I like the stereo image. Like, I don't know if that comes through the stream, but it makes quite a difference. Pre-delay. What is it? Filter frequency. Filter frequency. Room size. Decay time. So, and then I don't know. Hold on. I think you get both of these. If it's one of those. So yeah, that's reverb. Then I have delay. So you get like 8 parameters per effect, and you got reverb and delay. I think this is on the sampler track. So this is like I think it's different. Like on, let me go to my drum. send. So yeah, this is the drum track. So here, instead of having delay and reverb per the track, which you get on the SmplTrek, this you have a reverb send, and then you have another effect, which, okay, let's see. I think, so you have the send, this is per pad, so you can do effect per pad on the drum tracks. But then this, I think, is just everything. Let's see. And so I got flanger, flanger, phaser. There's other options here too. We got dynamics. Okay, so I got channel EQ. See what that does. Default. So you got EQ for the whole channel. I mean, that's a choice. Or we got like chorus ensemble. Oh, we got like a flutter, so I can do like a lo-fi thing. Warmth. Is that it? Oh, it doesn't give me that. Delays, dynamics. So there's a few things, but you only get like, you can only do like 2 of these things at once. Okay, so I can, right? Oh, okay, so I can pick okay, yeah, so I can pick any 2 effects at one time per drum track. But if I pick like the reverbs, I can do it per pad, it seems like. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you can customize your effects with encoders. You get quite a bit of flexibility, and they are infinite encoders. Yeah. On MPC, you can have up to 128 chops. Are you limited with the amount of chops on the move? Yes. It seems to be you only have 16 chops, because there's only 16 pads to a drum rack. Only 16 pads to a drum rack. Alright, if you got any other more questions, I'll try to look into it. Go ahead and ask them. I'm gonna got it in the meantime while you think of them. I'll just go ahead and try to figure out a bass line. thing that would be nice is like input effects. I don't think we have any input effects on this. So if I wanted to like record a vocal in, put some compression or EQ on it, take some low end out, there's not really options for that. But for what it is, like, it's dope. You can really make this thing work for you. Yeah, like people were thinking, I seen that was one of the main things people were like hating on how it chops. But it's pretty good. Like it doesn't resample like most things do. Like you can't resample in the way you do this and chop and have non-destructive chops resampled to your pad. So you have to look at it a little different. It looks at doing that a little differently, because I think a lot of people coming from like using an MPC or like an SP, you can record a loop in and then chop it up from there. This, you can do that. You have to hit the resample, and it's quick. And although I did have to put the loop into I'm gonna make a video out of this because I think there's that's a decent kind of workflow. So I might do that. I don't know. Do like a little quick chopping video of what I've kind of discovered here and put it into one concise thing. That could be good. Because some of it does seem like a workaround. Like it, like not having a tap tempo. Because that's something I do always initially. If I'm going to chop up a loop, I want to know what tempo it is, so that I can lock in my chops into the sequence. So no tap tempo, but a decent workaround I just found. And then the resample. So like if you do that little workaround, then you can resample from there after you got the loops. If you just record your loop in, put it on a pad, do the little the tempo, find the tempo with the capture, and then do a resample real quick, and then you got chops. If that's how you want to do it, or do it manually. For sure, do it manually. Does it have attack, decay, sustain, release, so you can manipulate the samples? Yeah, somewhat. Like, let's look at that. Like right here, after your start. Let's see. You have attack here. You have hold. So it kind of like does an endpoint there in a way. But then there's also a length thing. Tag, decay here. And then this is where your playback effects are. This is something else. So okay, this is yeah. You have these different effects in here. There's an 8-bit effect. Stretch factor. I haven't really explored these, so FM. Let's see, you can do some stuff here. I mean, I could kind of technically design some sounds here from, like, if I wanted to make some drum kits. And then, like, you have secondary stuff when you hold. This is the shift button. So the decay becomes the length. So if I double click that and lock the shift button. I mean, I wish it was, I just had a length here and I could visually see it, but this is like a percentage of your sample length. Not sure too much about what the difference is between that and hold, because you can, well, I guess that didn't do anything to the hold. Combination of your decay and hold. I feel like that should be at the top, the length. So, yeah. Definitely do some workaround videos. Yeah, okay. I usually do those kinds. I feel like I've done quite a bit of those. I enjoy that kind of thing, you know, kind of just finding the limitations and working around it. It's the Move battery as well. It has a battery, yeah, and you can see the percentage here if you hold the shift button and press the settings button. 58% right now. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely nice to have everything there. I just, like the things that I stated already, I think it's kind of silly that you have like the attack comes right after the start point, you know? Put an end point there. That would be amazing, just to have an end point there. And then you can have your attack here, and then you can have decay. Have attack, decay, then have like put hold or something like on the shift for the decay rather than giving it its own thing. Just shift it over there. That would be much better. That would be one of my requests. And then also being able to delete pads by just holding the X would be another request of mine. I think that would be the main two requests that I can think of right now. Oh yeah, and then choke groups. That's one thing. That's a limitation. You only get one choke group per drum rack. So I don't like that because I would usually, instead of chop in my own little thing here, I would put my chops up here with my drums so I can trigger them. But I can't do that here because I like to have this. Use its own little choke group just for the hi-hats, you know? See that's how that's working. I delete notes rather than deleting pads. That just deletes notes, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. I think the Move is a very sleek look and definitely be good if you're looking for a super small setup. Yeah, it's definitely that, man. It's sleek. It's small. It won't take up a lot of desk space for sure, and like backpack space. And it's pretty light. I mean, it's not super light because it feels solid, but yeah, man, it is that for sure. Yeah, I did say something. The choke groups for sure, man. I don't know if anybody else cares about that really like I do, but I just got to have at least 2 choke groups and I'll be good. But I think it should have way more than that. Like maybe give it like 8, 4 to 8 would be enough. Like beyond that, you wouldn't need anything beyond that because you wouldn't have 16 choke groups. Wouldn't make sense because you have 16 pads. So like 4 to 8 would be enough. But I would settle for 2. Yeah, if you make a sample with effects, you can bounce that for sure. You do, well, not bounce, like I was doing earlier with the resample. You could just resample it. See, like that's the first time I did that, but look, you can just mute this. So this track has so I'm gonna put one of these on there. So that sample's on, or that effect is now on the sample. What if I hit resample? I gotta put it like say on an empty pad here. Set it to resample. And I should just be able to press a pad and it'll start the sequencer again. Oh, I'm gonna do that again because I think I accidentally did it on a pad that I needed. Yeah, so let's do it over here. I wasn't even showing the move, so let me do it again. So hold on. I'll do that. So it's got the effect on it overall. Okay, I think I just deleted everything. Well, it works. Anyways, I mean, I showed it earlier how you can resample. So you could, yeah, I mean, the same principle like you would do like on the SD. You would, if you wanted to bake in some effects and free up those effects and then add some other ones, you could do that for sure. But yo, it's late. I'm gonna wrap it up here unless you got any other questions. That's my chop up there. Yeah, if you want sounds from this stream, the drum kit, Lift the Noise, Slow These Hats. If you want a finger drum, that's right there. Link at the top of the description. This one or SmplTrek. Yeah, man, that's a tough question. Man, like I always, there's a reason why, I have multiple samplers, is because like none of them has everything that I want, right? Like, if this is what I'd say about the SmplTrek though, if the SmplTrek had a pad layout like this that I could finger drum on, and if I could record samples into like the drum kits, like You can't do that with the SmplTrek. You have to record sounds in and then either chop them up into a drum kit or save them and then like load up and build a drum kit. That's one thing that I like about something like this, like the SP. First of all, I appreciate the 4x4 layout more so than I do like the way the SmplTrek is laid out. And I like the freedom of being able to record in. But the SmplTrek, like if I was just going to have one piece, if like MPC was out of the equation and I had to choose this or the SmplTrek gives me like audio tracks. So being someone who writes songs and records songs, if I only had one piece, that makes it a lot easier because I've got like loop tracks and I can record hook ideas into the loops, into the loop tracks. With this, I haven't even attempted to do it yet, but I really don't know. It'd be kind of like recording, I guess, if you were to record onto an MPC without audio tracks and just like press a pad while you do performance. So it doesn't have those tools as far as I knew. Like even with the SP, you could do like a resample thing. And if you were going to do a vocal and it wasn't like hitting on the one, it doesn't matter because it'll record the silence, you know? So I think even the SP might be a little more capable if you're like recording vocals. So that's the things I consider in that question like that. You know, it's hard to, you had to weigh it because not everything has everything you want. Like if this had some kind of audio tracks, that'd be really cool, you know? And so I like the simplicity of this and the flexibility of being able to record into drum racks. The simplicity of it is very appealing to me compared to like the MPC. But the MPC is just ultimate if I want to actually finish songs. But that wasn't part of the question, you know? So yeah, so I know I never end up answering those kinds of questions like directly because it's just difficult. I can't. It's hard to say. So, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. God bless everyone. Y'all have a great morning or a great night, and yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Yeah, MPC Mini for sure. For sure, MPC Mini. That's wild. That I mean, just to wonder what that might be. You know. And I mean, they said Live Mini was the rumor, right? So I mean, I don't know what that would be. Just a miniature version with a touchscreen that's smaller. We don't know, SimCity. It was just a rumor for a minute. People are starting to think that it's not, I think. But I think it kind of is with the evidence. It would be the smart move for a guy to make something like that. Just to, you know, cover all the entry level, like the level points of like people, you know, flagship keyboards, MPC Live Portable, MPC One entry level, cheaper, you know, lower budget. And then like, because everyone's making these kinds of machines, you know, these minis, like how many miniature samplers, groove boxes have we seen within the last couple years? Well, if I can think of like right off the top of my head, let's see what counts. I know the KO, Teenage Engineering pops in my mind. I would say the Move. Let's say the Roland, I guess P6. Let's put the SP in there. I don't know how long that's been out there. 404 Mark II. We have like Novation, Circuit Rhythm. That's also like a portable sampler, groove box. I guess the tracks, well, let's just wrap that into one, the Novation Circuit tracks. So that's like 5 portables. Then we have like the Sonicware stuff. We got the SmplTrek, and we've got the Lo-Fi 12XT. It's about 7. What else we got? Anything else? I don't know if you can't really include the OP. That's a crazy price point on the OP1 field. Wow, that camera's really tripping while I'm trying to count here. No, that doesn't count because the OP1, the original design came out like probably like 10 plus years ago. So what else? Like these are all of the ones that I've named are battery powered and they're like portable sized. So that's about 7 of them. I don't know if you guys can think of any others other than that that's come out recently. Battery powered. But yeah, that seems to be the trend. All right. Peace, y'all. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. Keep on running with your dreams.